Hello and welcome to 922. This is a recently finished visual novel, which I wanted to start, but because it kind of went like on a little brief hiatus, it never felt right to start it and then just leave it where it ended. So yeah, now that it's completely done, I'm gonna read it. I also do recall that there was at least like some people that have, asked me to read it, but again, because it wasn't finished, I didn't want to just start it up and then, leave it there. Anywho, so the only thing that I remember about the visual novel now is because it was a long while since I found the visual novel, is about this one person who is going to be repeating the same day or something. I don't really remember. Honestly, I think that's most of what I know about it. I did go through it, that's why you see start from the beginning or select chapter. But I didn't actually read it. Yeah. Anywho, so I guess without further ado, let us begin 922. I can't believe this bullshit. 922. It's my worst and most frequent nightmare. 922. The clock says 922. Shit. I'm in an unfamiliar room that I have familiarized myself with. I have to get up. I have to launch myself out of bed. I have to fish for my flip-flops, only to remember that last night I tossed them to the other side of the room. My brain registers that I'm freezing moments after my paws hit the floor. Holy shit. First period started at 9. Second period will start at 10. Both are at Dorothy Hall, 12 minutes away. The clock blinks 9:24. I take a leak. I wash my hands. I let the electrical toothbrush buzz around inside my skull for the 4 mandatory and a half minutes. It's 9:31. I shower, no shampoo. The water is freezing. Another 10 minutes pass. For a moment, I let myself get lost in the shirt that I've chosen. It hadn't been washed since I moved here, and it still smells like mom's detergent, like mom. 9:43. Just then, when I ka-chink the slice of bread into the little toaster. The little gremlin that lives in my chest fastens my throat shut and stomps down on my heart. Come on. Vertigo takes over, but I'm ready for it. Before I even think about it, my knuckles are squeezing one of the bunk bed's metal columns. Don't move. Breathe easy. Keep calm. It will pass in a moment. A moment later, it had passed. What time is it? It's 9:46. My eyes are wide, scratchy and locked into the toaster. I think that I may have made a mistake. All bets are on the little dial now, currently set at 2. What does 2 mean? 2 minutes? I should have checked. Well, whatever. I can go without breakfast. Even if it's not done, by 9:48 I'm out. God damn it, I'm gonna be late. Well, normally only 2 trains are supposed to pass through here. One train is headed to Springford and the other, going the reverse route, is to Yellow Springs. They're scheduled for every hour on the 25th and the 45 minutes respectively. It is 9:58. What the hell then is this? Hey buddy, you alright? Hey! What? Holy shit, you're tough to get through. Some kind of ungulate is towering over me. He's rasping at me over the cacophony like he's on his second pack of smokes. I'm Kurt from Physics 1, remember? I've never seen this guy in my life. We have class together. The one you're skipping right now, actually. I'm not. Anyway, it's cancelled. Great. How do you know? I'm Spencer, by the way. He takes my outstretched palm. I'm a little relieved that he doesn't turn it into mashed potatoes. Got a message this morning. Didn't you get it? No, I guess it... Oh. I forgot to turn airplane mode off. Nice, dude. But... He spaces out for a moment. But what? He blinks at me a couple of times like he's surprised that I'm still there. If your Wi-Fi's off, what were you staring at your phone for so long for? I've been staring at the clock. Just today's agenda. It's good to be prepared, you know. You have it downloaded or something. Anyway, what's this about class being cancelled? Kurt fumbles with his phone for a moment and then flashes it in my face. Some bigwig politician. Any idea who that is? None. You don't know because you're a freshman, but... You are a freshman, right? Yeah. This happens ever so often. Some self-important asshole comes by unannounced and shuts down the whole school. Why? Fuck if I know. They usually deliver a speech. Takes an entire hour, yeah. I don't go to those. Here's the best part. Since the profs are all busy dealing with this crap, guess what happens for the rest of the day? That's right, nothing. No classes, no cafeteria, no one gets in or out. Absolutely fuck all. Wait. Hold on for a moment. My chest tightens. Huh? What do you mean no one comes in? What? You said that no one gets in. Yeah, the guards at the gates tell you to go piss off. Then... why are you going to school? I like school. No, I mean... Holy shit, this guy. I mean, what about physics? It's cancelled, dude. What about the calculus midterm? I'm not in that class, but it's definitely postponed. The intro to bi coursework? Not in that one either. Hand it in tomorrow. I poke the side of my phone to make the screen light up. 10:07. You okay, buddy? Yeah. So... are you gonna sneak in? Yeah, dude. You wanna see how? It's exactly like what Kurt said that it would be. The guard greets me and asks me for my card, calls me a mister by my full name. Is there not any way that I could enter, I ask? Sorry, he says, I paraphrase, but you gotta piss off. How'd it go? Kurt yells out at me from 50 yards away. He's leaning on a power box next to a tree. I hasten my pace to stop him from shouting, but not so much so that he'd think that I'm uncool. Awful. What an asshole. Told you. So, you coming? Am I coming? It's tempting. Kurt is the first person to speak to me since I got here. Or rather, the first person whose job didn't involve speaking to freshmen. And, God, do I really want to squander my chances of meeting somebody just because I want to go home? I'll just end up moping around all day for sure. On the other hand, though, this guy, I don't know. I guess I don't have anything better to do. Kurt walks ever so slightly ahead. He doesn't make conversation. He doesn't even turn to see if I'm still behind. Despite his leisurely stride, I need to take 3 steps for every 2 of his to keep up. We circle around the school's perimeter, hugging the fence. The The scent of pines is stronger here, where there are less cars to mask it out. After what feels like a mile, he suddenly stops and turns to face the road. Out of breath, all I manage is to shake my head at him quizzically. He simply points at some buildings and, without waiting, Jay walks towards the other side. Forced to follow, I break into a dainty little run. We walk past some buildings into a playground. The sandbox is peppered with broken bottles and the slide smells immensely of piss. At its far end, there is a hill. Most of the asphalt has been reclaimed by the roots of the nearby pines here, so at first I don't understand where Kurt is leading me on towards. Once we're on the other side, though, we're here. Hey man, I'm not robbing you. Despite how easy that would be. So what is this? This is no fun if I straight up just tell you. Kurt pulls out his hand out of his pockets to reveal that he is holding a key. Was he holding it this entire time? The key disappears into a rectangular protrusion in the door. Moments later, it emerges along with the giant prick of a padlock, and the door cracks open. After you. Well, what do you think? It's a tunnel. Not just any tunnel. It's, a sex dungeon? No, you fucking rude. It's a fallout shelter. Kurt's words boom through the soupy air into the darkness. It isn't the dust here that's making my throat seize up, I think. It's the unmistakable stench of a crypt. How can a sealed space gather so much dirt? There's so much of it caking the walls and the floor that I worry that if I touch anything, it would never wash off. Deep recessions in the ground mark Kurt's path from his previous visits, like those pictures of astronauts' footprints on the moon. At least I hope that they're Kurt's. Sweat begins to soak the back of my shirt and I shiver. Kurt's silhouette stares me down like it's expecting something. A what? You know, like when a newt goes off. I know that. I mean, what makes you say that? Kurt? Well, what else could it be? Listen, I explored the shit out of this place. It's massive. There's shitty dormitories, shitty bathrooms, shitty everything. Come to think of it, it's a lot like the dorms that the school rents out. I think they're except shittier. I'm momentarily blinded by his frantic phone waving. But get this, I went online to look this place up. Do you know what I found? Nothing. Yeah, actually, I found nothing. Don't be so smug about it though. There's a lot of info out there. There's this huge community of weird Polish guys who go around the world cataloging this sort of thing. Real hardcore. And there aren't that many bomb shelters around. The next closest one is in Ohio. Maybe they just didn't get around to it? Nah, dude. They have a list, right? A list of every single bomb shelter in the entire world. And look, I did my research. This place doesn't exist. It's a secret fallout shelter. How cool is that? I guess that's alright. Hey Kurt. Yeah? How did you find this place? Kurt's grin is almost audible. I was afraid you wouldn't ask. I found it. He found it. You found it. Yeah, dude. He giggles like a schoolgirl with throat cancer. And... I'm kidding. One of the janitors dropped his keyring in the boys' room in the library. God damn it. Now I'm definitely getting in trouble. And you tried all the keys on all the doors on campus? Yeah. What? Of course I did. This place was the last place that I found, actually. In case you were wondering. Mom's gonna be so pissed when I'm expelled. What's with the newspaper clippings? Oh yeah. They're just in this hallway. I think the school used to use this place as some kind of museum. Not so secret after all then, is it? Catfish too rough, Mets bow 4-2, WS goes to wire. A puff of frustrated breath skims my ear. Well, this is the part where it gets really fucking spooky. The school keeps it secret for some reason. Does it? Have you ever heard about it? No, I guess not. And it's weird, yeah? There are clippings from all the way back from 1971 and they continue all the way up until 1995. You'd think, oh yeah, this is a fallout shelter, so these must all be about the Cold War. But you'd be wrong. There's sports stuff, TV stuff, some bullshit about video games. There's even a bunch of articles around the middle on Michael Jackson. And then they just kind of stop. Like, they don't slow down or anything. There's one from almost every single month between those years. Just one day, poof. Maybe whoever maintained this thing just died? Yeah. I guess that would make sense. You're a real buzzkill, you know that. I look up to Kurt, but he's not looking at me. Oh. Shit. Did I say something wrong? I think I just fucked up. Well, thanks for showing it to me, Kurt. Yeah, no problem. Let's get going. We don't say a word to one another for the rest of the way. Once we're out, without much ceremony, Kurt pulls his keys out of his pocket and clinks the door locked. No wonder it took him so long to find this door. It's completely unremarkable. Hey. Er, I mean, yeah? We're in the Jefferson building. The one next to the Taco Bell. The speech is being held at the Bell Building Auditorium. I don't recommend going, but if you want to go, it's going to be a bit of a trek. Thanks. And Spencer? Yeah? Can you keep this place a secret? Of course. Thanks, man. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. He turns to leave. Wait. This is it. This is why I came here to begin with. You can do it, Spencer. What is it? Be still, my beating heart. Can I... Can I have your phone number? Sure. can't believe it. Despite my best efforts, I haven't gotten myself killed. Let's follow the weird guy that we just met into a tunnel. It's gonna be great. Fucking moron. I'm on a bench, sitting a ways away from the Jefferson building. I breathe in. I breathe out. In and out. I let myself bathe in the handsome surrounding autumn provided. The amber on the ground, the whistle in the air. I mop my brow with the back of my sleeve for the 100th time. Do I really want to go to see What's-His-Face's speech? Do I need to? My phone screen is completely black save for some white digits. I watch them flick into 10:45. 5 more minutes. I'll calm down and then I'll decide. At least I got Kurt's number. I wonder if he has a girlfriend. Spencer, right? Jesus Christ! Sorry. Some kind of feline is grinning at me and making stabbing motions with his outstretched palm. Who am I kidding? I know exactly who this is. Andrew Park. I don't believe we've met. This guy is everywhere. He showed up during orientation despite being an upperclassman. And by the time that it ended, he was already everyone's friend. A modern-day Dale Carnegie. Spencer. But you already knew that. It's a pleasure. Mr. Fisher's speech is about to start, Spencer. Shall we go? He says it with full confidence, like there's no way that I'd refuse. God damn it. Sure. I'll apologize for our message being in such short notice. It was a surprise for us as well. As a result, my colleagues and I have been rounding up students who didn't receive it all morning. The message? Your colleagues? The student council. As in, those seniors that the school employs to keep everyone else in check. Uh-oh. I guess you didn't receive the message. In either case, it's lucky that I found you when I did. I was just about ready to give up and head to the Bell building. And you looked pretty out of it, no offense. I had a rough morning. Sorry to hear. We walk in lockstep. Andrew speaks quickly and with lots of gestures, like he's competing to find the most creative way to fight off a swarm of invisible bees. No matter when I check his face, his eyes never seem to leave my face. So much so, actually, that I find it difficult to focus on anything other than the ground. Where are you from, Spencer? Shit, I zoned out. I'm from Toronto. Toronto, really? You've traveled quite a long way. Can't say that I've ever been. What brings you all the way here, Spencer? It's the tuition, mainly. Well, don't let the low price tag paint your impressions. You should know that the Harris Institute of Technology is the 7th best institute of technology worldwide. So I've heard. I feel the shakes returning. Any moment now, this guy is gonna tell me that he knows that I snuck in through the tunnel. That he's gonna put it on my permanent record or whatever, and that he's calling my mom. I have to be honest with you. It is a little embarrassing, but I don't think that I've ever met anyone from Toronto. Could you tell me a little bit about it? What do you want to know? I don't know. What's the local dish there? The local dish? Yeah. In Toronto, what do you eat? Burgers mainly, I think. And not everyone. It's a bit of a stereotype. We eat lots of things. Fascinating. Andrew drills me for information all the while we walk. It's as if he's trying to guess the answers to the security questions for my email. Either that, or he hates walking with a stranger in complete silence almost as much as I do. Once we reach the steps of the Bell building, however, he stops and turns to me. Before we go in, Spencer, a few words, if I may. Here it comes. I know that look. He's gonna tell me that I fucked up. Your name popped up on our records twice already, and it's only been 2 weeks. Is everything alright, Spencer? Do you need any help? I don't feel pressure to answer now. He pulls out a folded up sheet of printer paper from his pocket, and then he shoves it into my hands. This contains the email addresses and phone numbers of the dean, of your local faculty head, and your academic advisor. It also contains the contact details of most members of the student council, including my own. Please call only during office hours, but don't be afraid to send us an email at any time or day. Thanks. I'd like to stress that you aren't in any trouble. Not yet, anyway. I don't know your circumstances, and it would be harmful for the both of us to assume. But please try to make it so that you aren't absent from literally every single morning class. All right? Fine. Grand. Now, let's go in. The speech is about to begin. So where is this speech guy anyway? Fisher? It's 11:01. Andrew's in the seat next to me, cross-legged, giving the empty podium an uncomfortable smile. Not 5 minutes ago, he was giving me shit for being late. And yet, here we are. Should I say anything? Maybe we're in the wrong place? Or maybe we came in at the wrong time? Despite the Greek columns outside, this place is tiny. And even then, everyone who bothered showing up is diffused in pairs around the room. Wasn't this politician guy supposed to be some kind of bigwig? I pull the phone out of my pocket and... No phones in the classroom. Asshole. So much for that. I'm gonna see what's going on. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Go right ahead. He squeezes past me, heads towards the stage, and disappears behind the curtain. I guess I'm alone now. Whatever. I'll just use this time to relax. So this Andrew guy, he is definitely hiding something, is he not? You'd have to be crazy to think otherwise, right? The way he just so happens to find me right after the tunnel. And how he recognized my face and called me by my name. Now that I think about it, he claims to have seen my record. If that's true, then how come he doesn't know where I'm from? And what's with the paper that he gave me? Does he always keep a copy of everyone's numbers in his pocket? Does he often give it away? No, it doesn't make sense. There's no other explanation. Andrew's deal is that either I've broken the laws and he's trying to get me to confess, or Kurt has broken the law and he's trying to get me to snitch. Or maybe he's just a stalker who's trying to get in my pants. Yeah, definitely. What a creep. So, what am I gonna do about it? Is there anything that I can even do? I'm at a disadvantage here. After all, he represents the authority. He has his council behind him. And the school. There's no way around it. I'll just have to keep playing his little game. Spencer? Did you fall asleep? Ugh. Hold on. Fuck. I'm sorry. Could you, come with me for a moment? What's going on? How should I say this? It's a little bit silly, but it concerns Mr. Fisher. It would appear that he's, gone. Andrew leads me down towards the stage, but instead of climbing it like he did last time, he takes a sharp turn and pushes open the fire exit next to it. I'm surprised to learn that there's more to this building than just auditoriums. We pass by classroom after empty classroom. Our footsteps echo through the empty hall. We reach classroom 107. The doors closed and muffled voices could be heard from within. Andrew knocks once and enters without waiting for an answer. I follow suit. Professor Clifford Reed, my sociology professor, is here. Besides him stands two men wearing identical baseball caps and identical plastic jackets. The unmistakable outlines of guns bulge out from their back pockets. They cut their conversation and stare at me. Reed stares at me too. We'll keep in touch. Reed follows them to the door. Once they're out, he holds the door closed behind them in silence, with his head down. I count along with him. He waits almost exactly 30 seconds before turning to face us again. Spencer Swain. He accentuates every consonant in that nasally voice of his that all weedy old men have. It's hard to tell whether this guy's wide-eyed expression is because he's surprised to see me. Normally in his lecture he almost never blinks. That's him. Do you know one another? Yes, he is an extant. You don't have to be cryptic about it, Professor. I'm in your class. Mr. Swain, I called you here because I have a few questions. Why won't you have a seat? He gestures at the desk next to the whiteboard. I promise that I won't take much of your time. Andrew hops onto a nearby table. Reed remains standing, looking at the floor and allegedly thinking to himself. I guess I was wrong about Andrew hating long silences. He certainly has no issue with letting Reed drag this out. Mr. Reed? That's Professor, young man. He wets his lips before speaking. This morning, did you meet with Mr. Nelson Fisher? What? The politician guy? I steal a glance at Andrew and he's just smiling at me. No? Perhaps then, a relative that you hadn't seen in a long time. Or any other strange man. Is he talking about Kurt? Better play it safe. No? I got up late and went straight to school. Sorry. Reed chews on his cheek for a moment. What about last week? Or the week before that? I shake my head. How many mornings was he absent from class? 8 times. 8 times? And you want me to believe that you overslept those times too? My heartbeat begins to accelerate, so I instinctively force myself to slow down my breath. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? I said that I was sorry. I have chronic insomnia. I'm sure that if you checked your records, I gesture with my head at Andrew. You would have known this by now. Insomnia. Right. Of course you do. Park, did you know about this? Well, write it down and tell his advisor to. Reed turns his back to me and walks off to stare at the nearest wall. Mr. Swain, you're free to go. Wait, what? That's it? Hang on, what's... Park, go fetch the other one. The other one? Yes, sir. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey! What the fuck is going on? Andrew's eyes dart between Reed's back and me. I am afraid that we can't divulge any further information, Spencer. Now, please, if you could just tell him. It will be all over the news tomorrow anyway. There's a man. He is posing as Mr. Fisher. We've been informed that that is not the case. And we haven't been able to contact the real Mr. Fisher at this time. What's more, well, we don't know if the two are connected. Andrew's voice drops to almost a whisper, and for the first time ever his eyes tear away from mine. A student has been found dead not far from campus. Strangled, it would appear. The authorities are already involved and... Spencer, if you have any information that you feel is in any way useful, anything unusual, even small things that are out of place, please let us know. What the fuck? You can't just drop that kind of information onto someone and immediately tell them to fuck off. Andrew's too fake to even call it by name, but it is what it is, isn't it? A murder. Damn. I heard those were common around here. Never would have thought that I'd get involved in one so soon. Guess I should be thankful for not meeting anyone at orientation. Thankful for standing at a corner for 2 hours pretending to mess with my phone. Too much a piece of a shit to speak to anyone. Ugh. Not this again. Could you imagine? You get to know someone, put in the effort, and then, 2 weeks later, they have the gall to go off and get themselves killed. God, I'm so fucked. Sure did find a good day to sneak into school. Reed knows. Sneaky fucker. He must think that he's so smart for not asking me directly how I've gotten into school. Of course they have cameras set up around the bomb shelter. Did you see how fast Andrew found me? And I even went out of my way to speak to the guard. Fuck. Should have just went back to the dorm when I could. All right, Spencer. Settle down. Breathe. Let's look at it logically. Sneaking in is probably not as bad as murder, and they made it abundantly clear that they don't think that it's me. So, at worst, it's what, breaking and entering? I wasn't even the one doing the breaking. That was Kurt. Ugh, fuck. I'm gonna barf. Kurt. That was a real weird line of questioning Reed pulled there. Was he trying to get me to say that Kurt's pretending to be Fisher? Or what was it? That he's claiming to be my long-lost cousin or something like that? Reed wanted to know about this guy that's been going around as Fisher. That's the murderer in their eyes. And the other one. That must refer to Kurt. Is Kurt the murderer here? Is that what's going on? He fits the profile, doesn't he? A male in his 20s. Has a problem with authority. Listens to shitty music. Oh god. No, shut up. This doesn't make any sense. Kurt had plenty of opportunities to kill me. He could have led me into one of those shitty side rooms in the shelter. He could have easily overpowered me, slit my throat and left me where I fell. You would have seen how filthy that place is, haven't you? It would be years until my body is found. And look, right? Reed sent fucking Andrew to go fetch me. If he suspected Kurt was the murderer, he wouldn't have sent him. Would he? Where are you going, Spencer? Who? Me? I guess I'm a little dizzy. Don't worry, it's fine. I just need a moment to cool down. The student that eventually found me apparently thought that I was dead. One of the night school students. Screamed her lungs out, I'm told. Not only was there a body in the girl's bathroom, but it also belonged to a boy. When I came to, there was an entire troop of them. Hovering over me, climbing over each other, repeating the same stupid questions over and over. 15-year-old me would have loved the attention. Are you okay? Do you need water? Should I call a doctor? God, I'm so glad that they didn't. Spending the night in the hospital would have really put the cherry on top of the terrible cake that was today. Anyway, I fought them off. And then I went home. That was 6 hours and 23 minutes ago. I couldn't sleep. I've been tossing and turning in bed for hours. It's too hot under the blanket, so I stick out my leg. My leg is too cold, so I pull it back in. I'm the beef and bean filling off the burrito made out of my bed sheets. In this metaphor, however, someone forgot me out on a table somewhere and I got all tepid and soggy. My nose is itchy. My mouth is full of spit. I keep being reminded of my breathing. I got up to pee 4 times already. 4. Am I sick? Am I pregnant? Is that what's going on? I guess there's no way around it. I'm up. It's 40 minutes past midnight. Now what? You raise a good point, stomach. The only thing that I ate all day was that toast, which I barfed up. Fine, whatever. Let's get some food. I pull my gross, sweaty shirt back on. Its scent no longer reminds me of Mom. Hilarious what your mind does to you when you're stressed out. The streets are eerily silent. I wouldn't have even noticed any other night. But every person that I pass by, every rev of some distant car's engine makes my hairs on the back stand on end. The 7-Eleven's parking lot is almost entirely empty. The Toyota must belong to one of the staff. That's something that I should not have noticed. I mean, of course it is. Who else would go out at this time of night? The plan is as follows. Acquire beer, acquire egg sandwich, get the fuck out of here. When I enter, I'm blasted by an Arctic gale. Some idiot must have left the AC on despite the temperature outside. The air reeks of industrial cleaner. A perfect match for the fluorescent lamps that make everything look like a commercial for bleach. The cashier is on a stool behind the register watching anime on his phone. That's good. The less we acknowledge each other's existence, the smoother the operation will go. Booze is simple. There's half an aisle dedicated to it. I make a short survey through the price tags until something cheap catches my eye. Old Milwaukee Ice. Never heard of it, but beer is beer, right? It all tastes the same. Sandwiches, in theory, should be likewise straightforward. I know exactly what I want. Foot-long egg salad with extra mayo, tuna, corn, diced pickles. Take her home, disrobe her of the cellophane wrap, and throw her under the broiler for 10 minutes. Delicious. Or at least it would be if I could find that damn thing. An anxious thought creeps up the back of my neck. What if they don't have them here? All 7-Elevens have them back home. But this isn't back home now, is it? This is some backwater murder county. Double the murders, none of the sandwiches. I move methodically. Top to bottom, left to right. No sandwiches left unturned under the desperate pretense that I'll find the object of my desires if I just look behind them all. Please, God. No. Anything but that. Please don't make me speak to the cashier. Excuse me. Oh, I know this guy. We met in orientation. Yes, sir. How may I... What? Shouldn't have talked to the cashier. Are you alright? Spencer? Ian? Spencer! You're alive! He strides out from behind the counter and grabs me by the shoulders. Should I not have been? Holy shit, dude. You won't believe it if I told you. I found a dead body this morning. And I was dead certain that it was you. A chill runs up my spine. What? Well, obviously you aren't. You have no idea. It's such a weight off my mind. Unless there's some Bruce Willis crap going on. You're not a ghost, are you? So much for sleeping tonight. I haven't seen that movie. Oh, sorry. You see, turns out that Bruce Willis was dead all along. Thanks. So, what can I get ya? Hang on. Why did you think that I was... Do you guys have egg salad sandwiches here? The ones with tuna and mayo? Oh! Ugh. I mean, we have them in the back room, but, are you sure you aren't dead? So can I get one, please? I don't know, actually. I'm not supposed to leave the register unattended. Hold on, I'll call my boss. Actually, the lengths one must go to for a good sandwich. How about I man the register while you're away? I won't tell anyone. Promise. Sounds good to me. I'll be right back. Ah, such nostalgia. It's like when Mom used to enlist me to watch over the register at whatever gas station she used to work at. She denied it every time that I confronted her about it, but I always knew that she was sneaking out back to have a smoke. No amount of Tic Tacs could ever conceal the nicotine on her breath. What's taking so long? I scrutinize the aisles for an entire 11 minutes before Ian comes back to take my place. Sorry to keep you waiting. Don't mention it. I found your nasty sandwich. He waves it around like a flag. Man, let me tell you, it was not easy to find. This guy. Would that be all? I tap my fingers on the beer I chose. No. Sorry to be a wet blanket, Spence, but I can't tell you this. I'll definitely get fired if I do. It won't look good on a resume, you know. I just started here last week. It's cool, I'm legal. What? You? Whatever you say, bud. I don't suppose you have some fake ID to back that up? I hand him my real-ass driver's license. Huh, that's pretty good. I can't even tell that it's fake. Cute picture, by the way. So... there's no good way to segue into this kind of question. About this body. Ian's hand freezes midway to putting my booze in a bag. What about it? What did, what made you think that it was me? Why am I doing this? I'm gonna hate the answer. You don't have any brothers by chance, do you? I'm an only child. It's just that, fine. Let's just get it out there. He looked so much like you, Spencer. He twiddles with the handle of the grocery bag as he speaks. There's this park not far from here. I was just passing it by, right? And then, bam. Some guy is just lying there, right at the side of the road. So I come in closer, all like, hey buddy, this is no place to sleep. Turns out that he wasn't sleeping at all. Later on, they told me that the guy was strangled. Makes sense, right? There wasn't any blood. God, Spencer. He was wearing the same clothes that you wear. Hell, the ones you're wearing right now. Though his were a little less stinky. But he was a border collie, just like you. And he was short and skinny, just like you. And I know that you live around here somewhere. And maybe I didn't get a good look. And I only met you a couple of weeks ago. And even though his face was all messed up, I thought I shit. He's visibly shaking. I'm shaking too, but that's par for the course. I hate this. This is awkward. What should I do? Hey, Ian, would you like some of my beer? Thanks, but I can't. That counts as if I sold alcohol with the intent of it being given to someone below drinking age. And I'm below drinking age. Also at work. Tough customer. Alright, Mom, let's see if your old tricks still work. You didn't take your break yet, did you? No? Why? Did you know that you're not technically at work when you're at a break? That sounds fake. And as for the booze, I crack open the can, take a sip. Revolting. And hand it over to Ian. I'm sharing my own beer with an unaffiliated friend. Thanks, Spencer. So, what's that you've been watching? Oh, you saw that? It's this new show called K-On! You want to see? Ian holds me hostage until I'm literally falling over. It's 4:02 a.m. by the time that I reach home. I immediately fall asleep. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So, because I don't know when the chapters are supposed to end and begin, I'm just going to leave it there. Although I could probably check right here, the chapter select. But for now, I'm just going to leave it there. So, we meet our protagonist, Spencer, and apparently there is something weird going on at the school where there was supposed to be an important person that was supposed to show up and give a talk, but they apparently never did. And yeah, and apparently there was a body found which looked remarkably similar to Spencer, and it looks like somebody was impersonating the important person that was to show up. So yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on. I'm also wondering what this whole thing has to do with what's going on, because it's a digital clock, I guess. But, what's the part on the bottom? Is that supposed to be like 365 days or 366 for like a leap year or whatever? Oh, that's a weird clock. I've never seen something like that. What else? We met Kurt, whom I believe we'll be seeing a lot more of. And Andrew also. And Ian. I don't know. I feel like Andrew knows more than they're letting on. That they're not just a student council person. And that it was a little suspicious that they just showed up where Spencer was. It felt more like he was told to fetch him and to keep an eye on him. Which, considering the fact that the body looked like Spencer and... Well, yeah, more so about the body that looked like Spencer and the fact that somebody that apparently looked like Spencer was talking to the fake Fisher. Doesn't seem that coincidental, but I guess we'll have to see. What else? Curious as to the whole bomb shelter tunnel thing. If it has anything to do with what was going on. If there's any clues about what's going on in there. But yeah, I mean, it would have made... It does make sense for it to be surveilled in case, you know, a student or somebody goes in there, you know, to do something. And that is maybe how Andrew knew that Spencer was going to be around there. But, mystery. Anywho, so yeah. What are your thoughts? Write it down in the comments, and thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play 922 yourself, you can do so by going down into the link in the description, which would have a direct link for the itch.io page where you can download the game and play it. I don't know if they have any form of support, because I know that they just sort of finished it and they said like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go disappear. So if they do, I will be posting that link down in the description. If not, then oh well. What else? Also, my link's down in the description as well. If you want to become a channel member, watch these videos ahead of time before everyone else does, as they're being scheduled. Then, you know, sign up. If not, then oh well, you can wait. If you would like to support me through a one-time donation or like a monthly donation, there's Ko-fi. But I mean, if you're gonna do monthly, then you might as well just do the channel member thing. Or a throne, in case you want to buy me a book or some random thing off Amazon. You know, it's there, description. But yeah, so I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.